Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Also, oh shit, is my internet having problems right there? Can you guys like confirm on chat? But yeah, welcome Jason and welcome Angel Dust. BBBCC, yeah, I don't know, BBC. Hold on. Oh shit, give me a sec. I think this is another like scuff moment. I'm not sure why, but my OBS is dropping frames again. Let me wait. And you're not buffering? I'm not. Okay. Like yeah, I hope I'm not because it looks like I'm dropping frames for some reason. I think I'm gonna like hold on. Let me check my OBS. OBS. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm dropping half of my frames. What are you talking about? Yeah, give me a sec. Hold on. I think I need to like just quickly do the scuff. Also, I got there was so much scuff today. Hold on. Let me I'll tell you about the story. Whichever call again later. Hold on. Let me see if I can do the whole internet restart. So I might be gone for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe, so successful. Can you guys hear me? Like, hold on, like, can you guys on stream hear me, by the way? Okay, let me see if I can get chat on... Here it is. Okay, now chat is like back, if it will load. Okay, I think chat is loading. But yeah, I don't know, like...
It's buffering.
It's buffering? I mean, I think you should like... I think it's gonna just take, call again, a minute to fully connect. But yeah, I think it's connected now. I think it's connected. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like I'm dropping frames now. Earlier I was dropping half of my frames. But yeah, anyways, so much stuff today. Sheesh. Like earlier I needed to tweet twice because I forgot to change the link on the first tweet. So the link was still the previous interview's link. God damn it. I quickly deleted the tweet and changed it. But yeah, anyways. Welcome to Coffee Talk, the Vtuber interview talk show. You know the usual. But yeah, thank you, whichever call in. Thank you. SO, I'm gonna call you. Wait, SO or show? I'm gonna call you show. Show's also the tongue.
Call me whatever you can.
Yeah. Okay, whatever you can. I'm Han. I'm Dad. Oh dear.
Alright,
but yeah.
Dad jokes.
Oh man, I'm becoming a father slowly. But yeah, welcome to the Vtuber Talk Show. Before we start, before we start, I want to make sure that you know that this is just a fun and casual interview, and answering all of these questions are completely optional. So feel free to skip any questions if you're uncomfortable answering them. So yeah, feel free to make jokes and have fun as well. So yeah, while chat wants me to hydrate, why don't you tell me a bit about yourself?
Well, I am a bright streamer. I stream games and I sometimes do art. I'm doing more art now. And I kind of like, I'm a PNG tuber first. And I'm working to get a new PNG so I can get it all better and more crisp and less scuff.
Yes, crispy.
And I also will use some, apps and some programs to make it more lively. So I mostly, so far I'm not gonna get a model, a 3D. So I'm gonna be a PNG tuber for a little while longer, but I wanna make it look good. And all I stream, I usually stream, right now I'm streaming 2 games. I stream Dying Light 2 and Elden Ring, but I'm going to move to other games, which I am trying to get all set up and see if it's, interesting. And while I'm doing art and I'm drawing, so that's mostly what I do. I've been streaming for roughly a month, so I'm kind of new at this. So I'm kind of scuff.
It's alright. We all start somewhere.
So yeah, I think that's much. That covers more or less the tip of the iceberg, you could say.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, already we're getting questions from chat from Angel Does. Really weird questions. Angel Does asks, can you draw me like one of your French girls?
I could, but well, keep in mind that what I draw, I am currently drawing Vtubers as monsters, like as nightmare forms of themselves. So I may draw you, but you may not be a French girl.
Neat. Hey, don't get me wrong, I love Nightmare Fuel drawings. Like, everybody in my chat probably knows that I'm a big fan of Junji Ito's works. Huge fan. Do you know Junji Ito?
Yeah, I know. I don't read his jobs, but I have seen his drawings. I have seen stuff, and he's good.
His art is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I love his art so much. But yeah, speaking of art, how long have you been drawing actually?
Drawing, well, I've been seriously going at it with like my drawing tablet for like year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. But I've been drawing in like paper, I think for over 4 years or so. But I've only recently been doing it like seriously. Like I only now wanted to, be very good at it, and I want to practice almost every day if I can.
Neat. Wait, what program do you use?
I use Paint Tool Sci.
Nice.
I got it from a friend because I was like, any drawing programs, any good ones? And she was like, yeah, Paint Tool Sci, and she like passed me, and I was like, okay.
Neat. Yeah. Also, sorry, Angelus, I forget like you get redeems, but yeah. Also, I'm surprised you don't know. I'm like, I think I talk about Junji Ito a lot in my streams, but I don't know. Weird. I guess like for some reason you don't know, but yeah. Painful side, that's interesting. Whatchamacallit again? What kind of things do you usually draw? Like, whatchamacallit again? I know you draw like kind of like nightmare fuelish monsters, but like do you have like a favorite thing you like to draw? Also, mind me because I'm gonna need to like do a stretch redeem. So yeah, you can talk while I like stretch.
Oh, okay. Well, usually I like to draw more like characters that come to my head. Like I usually come up with OCs in my mind. Since I have I'm basically, my mind is all over the place, and I began to imagine characters, and I might get a cool idea. Oh, I have a design in my head. So I usually draw like OCs most of the time, and I try to make them look as good as I can.
Really neat.
And I want to draw I also am kind of drawing a fake dex of Pokemon because I liked it, and I was like, I got a couple ideas, and I'm drawing some of them. Just
that sounds
from
fun.
time to time.
That sounds really fun. Yeah, I remember back then I used to do that as well, but I don't only do it like with friends. And yeah, also I like you mentioned drawing OCs earlier. Do you have like a favorite OC or something? What's your favorite OC?
I mean, that's a tough one, because like I said, like I have like 1.5 million stories of, characters, and that I might forget on a daily basis. Maybe they're like one day I imagine something and the other day it's gone. I have one that is called Carmitus. That it's like you could call it like the chief of every story. Like he's like the one behind everything that happens. So he's that would be that has to be kind of my favorite, I think. I don't have like a lot of them that are very like solid or that I do remember, but he's that OC would be like the mastermind behind almost everything that happens. And he's kind of like, you don't really know who he is. He's mysterious, so to speak.
Oh, also, like, chat is actually like, applauding you for being strong, I guess. But yeah.
I mean, I didn't react when you stretched because I've been lurking in some of the interviews.
Yes.
I've been watching. So I kind of know the sounds.
You're no stranger to the culture part of my stream.
I have a lot of friends, and I'm not fazed by anything anymore.
Neat. But yeah. Okay, going back to like the OC thing. What is this person like? I wonder.
Carmitus, you mean?
Like
my OCs or what?
Like that one, like the one that you mentioned earlier. I kind of like the name. Was it again?
Carmitus.
Carmitus.
Yeah, it's a weird name. I know. Yeah.
It's hard to like. I never heard a name like that before. Wait, actually, what is your inspiration for the name? I'm kind of curious, but I never heard of names like that.
For that one, I actually it came kind of to my head because I have one friend that uses the name Karma for like almost everything. Like when he has like an account in a game, like he would call the character Karma or something like that. So I like that idea. Like I want Karma and stuff like that. But then I didn't just want it to be just as plain, just Karma is like
yeah, it's so generic.
And it's a good. yeah, it's kind of generic. So I kind of put my twist into it. So I kind of was like, what can I really do to like make it look different? So I don't know. I had like it just came to me like Karma Etus. I don't know why exactly. It was a long time ago. Like this was one of my first OCs I ever created, and and I kind of came. I was like, sounds cool enough. Sure, let's go with that. And that's how it like the name stayed like that.
It's an interesting thing though. It's interesting though. Like not a lot of people usually like I mean I don't know like people a lot of people have like different approaches when it comes to like naming things. For me, I just think of whatever.
Yeah, it depends on the character as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes Chad.
Sometimes I look at the character and then I'm like, what would their name be? And then just like pick the first word that comes into mind. That's usually how I name characters.
Looks like a Charlie.
Yeah, looks like a Charlie. This one's a Bob. This one's a Jeff. Yeah. But yeah, what about your character though? What's your inspiration when creating your character?
Well, Shog, actually, it was like a group effort. It was like a group idea.
Ooh.
More like, it wasn't only mine. Like, I actually didn't even come up with the name. I had like a name, but my name was very weird, let's put it like that. Like, you can't really pronounce it without, stumbling. So yeah, the thing that actually someone in chat is saying it. Yeah, it's from Shoggoth, the eldritch being, one of the eldritch creatures that H.P. Lovecraft came with. But how I got that name was because I was with a friend in a call, and they didn't know how to pronounce my name, the one I had on Discord. So they were like, you know what? It reminds me kind of like Shoggoth, so I'm gonna call you like that. And I was like, I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that. So I kind of stick with the name. I grabbed the Shoggoth name without really knowing what it was about. Then I learned it was from H.P. Lovecraft being, and I dug a little bit into that. And then my whole character came, the idea of being, eldritch, abyssal being came from the name. It was, H.P. Lovecraft. I was like, I don't see a lot of Lovecraftian Vtubers.
Yeah.
Which now I do see. And so I kind of, I rolled with it. I was like, okay, so I want to be like an eldritch being. I want to be, I mean, it's cool enough. It's distinct. It's, it's not very seen. And I have in a Discord with friends in a community, we kind of did a lore for each and every one of ourselves. So it kind of we shifted and drifted the lores and the stories, and eventually we came up with what we have. Everyone has a character, everyone has their own lore, and I stuck with I got mine, and I was like, okay, I liked it. So that's basically how I did it. It's not really mine, but yeah, kinda.
Neat. Okay, so also welcome Franz. How's it going, Franz? Then welcome to the stream. Also, yeah, again, how did you come up with the design though? Because I really like what you did with the hair on your thingy.
Yeah,
can I poke the eye?
No, you can't poke the eye. That's not even my eye.
Is it an eye or a hairpin or hair clip or something, or is it actually an eye on the hair?
Yeah, it's that's what I mean. It's supposed to be an eye. That's what I'm doing, a 2.0 version of my PNG, because I want to make it look better. I want to make my whole design look more solid, because it it looks like an eye, but you don't really know if it's a real eye. If it's paint or something like that. So I want to do it more, consistent. I want to make it better. But
yes.
yeah, my whole design, I was kind of thinking about it, okay, what should I be? How should I create myself? And I got my hair, because that's my real hair, my hair. That's like me.
Neat.
If you see me on the street, you will notice me. And I was like, okay, I like the the idea of the hair covering half my face, because that's how I do it in real life. But I need something. I don't want it to be bland. And I remembered, Shoggoth is it's build made up of tentacles and eyes, so I can add, tentacles and eyes.
Neat.
And so I was like, maybe if I put an eye where the other eye should be, but I make it like in the hair or something. So I came up with this design, which I'm okay with it. I'm proud of it, honestly. The real form is so creepy. It is.
Neat.
Yes, it's all a blob of tentacles.
Yeah. Welcome, by the way, Global. And yeah, I guess it is freezing in Germany right now. Also, like, what you call again? Speaking of calls, Leanbox said, how do you pronounce that thing? Tlok I don't know. And no, Leanbox. Also, I guess it's not a decent joke. It's warm here in Singapore. Wait, is it warm or cold over here on your place?
On my place.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm. It's weird because it should be cold. I mean, it's March. And I live in the north, so it should be like really cold. But yesterday and today, it's getting really sunny and really hot. So I'm like, okay, it's a nice change.
Wait, what's your definition of hot and cold? Like, how cold is cold and how hot is hot?
Well, since I live like, in the north, it's kind of like hard to find a balance, but cold would be like if it's really cold, you gotta put jackets or like hoodies on your own home because the calefaction is not gonna be enough. You're gonna get the house cold. And warm should be like, oh my god, I can't put a jacket on my own house because I'm sweating and I have to keep all my windows open. So it's kind of hot, kinda. Little bit.
Oh dear. Yeah. I was wondering because over here it's like never cold, it's always hot, so all of us just don't wear clothes. Oh dear. But yeah, Leanbox mentioned we're talking about cold. I mean, we're talking about both. Earlier we're kinda talking about colds and now we're talking about cold.
Yeah.
Oh god. Considering you're an Eldritch Abomination, are you considering building a cold cult?
That's honestly not my decision, because I am just according to my lore. Okay, let me grab my
nice. Hey, lore.
According to my lore, I am not really like what you call a high rank. Like if you picture like Cthulhu and all those Eldritch, really big guys, I'm not like that. I'm merely just a guy they send in like, hey, you go to that place and just observe, just kind of chill out. So I'm not really like, I will not start a cult. Maybe more people will start a cult about us, or maybe one of the guys above will do that. But for me, I can't. Even if I wanted to, I sadly can't. I'm a mere puppet.
Hey, who knows? Maybe you through your feature, maybe journey you'll build yourself a cult. Or even maybe a cult will form without you wanting it to form. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's out of my control.
Yeah. Also, the president will raining all year long, often -2. That's just how it is. I mean, -2 sounds nice. I'll be honest. I'm guessing Celsius. If it's Fahrenheit, then oh dear. The cult of Shog. And yeah, that's a nice ring. Yeah.
The cult of Shog.
Yeah, the cult of Shog. Oh man. What would you feel though if someone actually worships you? Like so a lot of times I feel like like if it were me, if people starts worshipping me, it feels really weird. How would you feel if people starts worshipping you?
That would be a first. Okay, I never had anyone worship me, so that it's cool. I mean, I don't really mind the idea of a cult worshipping me. Sure, you can do it, but I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, I am not gonna say anything. If you want to, feel free to. I accept offerings. Food is always appreciated. Free food.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason did. Oh god, Jason is exposing it, but yeah. For me, I guess like starting a cult is like, I mean, if people worship me, I guess it's like, it's kind of weird, but I guess it's alright until they start sacrificing children. or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, sacrifices. Yeah, depends on the sacrifice.
Depends on the sacrifice. Depends on the sacrifice. Oh dear. Yeah. So
In the end, you're probably all gonna perish and be consumed. So who really cares about 1 or 2 sacrifices?
yeah, everyone will die someday. I mean, hey, overpopulation is a thing. Maybe sacrifices could be like a solution to overpopulation, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah,
You kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
exactly. And then feed the sacrifices to hungry people and solve world hunger. 3 birds with 1 stone. Oh man.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Need to start a cult now for the good of humanity. Oh
Let's
man.
save humanity.
Oh dear lord. But yeah. So what made you start featuring?
I can speak. I'm sorry. Mainly, I didn't really thought of VTubing until recently, like a couple of months back, because I was like, I like VTubers. I like watching them. Becoming one, maybe. I didn't really discard it. You know, I was like, hey, maybe just for fun. It was more like my friends on Discord like said. Like, hey, if you want to do it, yeah, you should do it. And I have like more friends like that say, then you should like really start like maybe a channel or something for commenting, because you're doing, yeah, like you do it like well. And like of course I was flattered by it. I was flattered, but the thing is that if I wanted to VTube like I do, I would need to do it on English, because that's where I have almost all my friends there. They speak English and in this community. So I was like, I had like second thoughts about it, because English is not my first language. But I kind of don't have the same jokes and the same humor and as I would have in my first language, which is Spanish. So I kind of like I was like, I was doubting if I should, but then yeah, my friends on Discord said, hey, give it a try. Like, what's that could happen? I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? And yeah, like English is a universal, like the universal language. That's why I wanted to stream in English. But that's why I also was like, ooh, a little bit, I don't know, hesitant, because I don't feel like I have like that much freedom when it comes to speaking in my second language. I'm confident in it, but well. So I kind of like prepare everything, and I was like, okay, when should I start like VTubing? Because I need to settle a date and stuff. And I decided, hey, the sequel to one of my favorite games is coming, you know, Dying Light 2, the first game I streamed. So let's do that. Let's go on February, and that's what I did. I just kind of fell into it.
I really like how you whatchamacallit, again, just jump into it. Like that's really the key to success. Just jump into it. If you think you can't, even if you think you can't do it, just give it a try, you know. And I like how you actually reach here. And hey, you know, reaching out to people like me to actually, you know, get people's eyes on you yourself. I really like it. But yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta don't hesitate, just do it. I mean, what's that could happen?
Yeah.
Come on.
Do you have any like aspirations? Like, do you wish to get somewhere with this featuring thing in the future?
Well, that's that maybe, I don't know. That's the thing, because when I first started, like, you know, a month back, when I was saying should I not, I honestly like was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it just for the giggles, just because I want to do it, just because I don't expect like to gain anything. I don't expect to like grow. I don't expect to be, you know, big or recognized. I don't really expect any of that. So I don't really have like a goal in mind. I don't want to be like, okay, I want to reach like 1,000 followers. I just want to have a small community. I think that's my current objective. Like, I want to have just a reliable small community of friends and viewers that, you know, maybe it's just like 10 of us in the chat watching me doing whatever I do, and that's perfectly fine by me. I don't have really high expectations. because VTubing, the world of VTubing, like it's enormous and it's expanding by the second and the day. So getting a boom and growing is very, very, very rare, and so I don't really expect to grow. That's the thing.
It's alright though. It's alright. Doing it for fun is also alright. But yeah. Also, talking about like booms and stuff, it's really like, never rely on like getting viral and stuff like that. You want to like, just grow steadily and slowly. If you try to like, if you kind of like, try to gamble your luck, there is a chance that you will get lucky, but don't rely on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very small chance.
Yeah. Don't let your don't put your channel on a dice roll or something. But yeah. Oh man. But yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you usually do actually? Like, on stream, do you have like a certain niche other than like, the games that you just enjoy playing?
I don't know. Like, since I'm like kind of discovering what I like really wanna do, like what I want to stream and stuff, I'm kind of trying things out. So, actually, really no.
That's also good. Like, whatchamacallit, you need to like discover who. I mean, I guess it's streaming also like forces you to kind of discover yourself, discover what kind of person you are, because you want to show your most authentic self to like when you're streaming.
Yeah. And you also want to be like talking constantly, so you don't bore anyone. And like,
you do need to talk constantly.
Yeah, that forces you to be like, okay, do I want to talk about this? How do I want to tackle this? And no, not really a particular genre of games. Like, I'm not going to, I think, for the time being, I'm not going to like focus on one, because I'm kind of following, when you say like following the trends, it's kind of like a negative connotation to that, so I'm not gonna say that I'm following trends. It's just that, for example, when I decided to stream Dying Light 2, I both did it because it was like the new game. Everyone was gonna be watching that and streaming that, but I also wanted to stream that because Dying Light 2 was a game that I was looking forward to, and I was like, okay, I can start with this one. Then I jumped on Elden Ring mainly because I didn't have anything else to stream. I was like, okay, what should I stream? I want to stream games, but I don't know what to stream. And Elden Ring was something that I also was looking forward to. And once, the thing about Elden Ring, for me at least, if you don't mind me, talking a bit more.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Is that I don't really find it interesting to stream, because the thing about that game is going slow, or fast, depending on your pace, but for me it's going slow, exploring everything, not really fighting everything I see, not really doing everything I could. Like, I want to take it slow, I want to take it in, and so I don't really regularly stream it. I usually play it like off stream, and maybe someday I will stream it, but I find that it's not a game that, unless you're going to stream it like a long time, because those games take a long time. So unless you're willing to do like maybe sessions of 6 hours, 5 hours or so, like, you kind of miss on the game, because playing it in such short periods of time makes you not experience it as much as you could. Also, it makes you like stretch it a lot. And so, I don't know, I find it like, I will stream it, yes, from time to time, but it's not gonna be my go-to game to stream. Well, also that, and that everyone in Twitch is streaming it, so, it's not gonna help you grow if you wanna grow streaming that.
Yeah. I get what you're talking about though, like playing, to be fair, doing completionist runs is like a thing, like people do watch that, but again, you need to put in a lot of hours if you're gonna like do that kind of content. It's gonna be a lot of hours. You need to spend a lot of hours, and you gotta be good, and you have to know what you have to do. You have to like have okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do there. Since I'm like still on my first playthrough of the game, I don't really aspire to do that. Yeah, it's also really hard to keep it entertaining. Keep the pacing of the stream right on those completionist streams, which is it can get boring. So it's quite hard. But there is an audience for that. But yeah. Okay.
That's the thing about pacing that as I stream Elden Ring, I think I stream it twice. Sometimes the stream will get interesting, like very interesting, because you're doing something that is like action packed. You're like maybe you're stealthing your way through an enemy base that is way above your level, and if they found you, you're gonna get wrecked. But there's also a lot of times that you're just doing nothing. You're just moving, exploring, and that will, I mean, for some people it won't get boring, but for the majority of people, they just want to see action, they want to see combat, they want to see you against bosses and story. So since it's so much exploring, yeah, it's hard to keep a good pace of the stream without streaming like 10 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh man, the travel times, that thing that gets really long. But yeah, have you ever considered making highlights though of like, you know, when you're playing games like that, making highlights of the most interesting moments, most engaging moments, and then, like, you know, like maybe shoving them onto YouTube or something?
Yeah, I thought about that, like having a bots channel in which I can like clip stuff and make it like, you know, yes, like, okay, the best of the stream of this game. I thought about doing that, but I don't really trust myself to keep it like organized and to do it daily, because I know me, I am very lazy and I'm not really organized. And that would like also having like a channel where you need to take the bot, like you need to download it, then edit it, then go like make everything be interesting or make it look like good, the good editing. It's gonna take a while both to learn and to do it correctly. And if I want to do it, I want to do it like I want to have a good quality. That's something about me, that if I want to do something, I want to do it well. I don't want to, you know, do it with whatever I can. No. So if I start a VOD channel, like a clips and highlights channel, I want that channel to be like high quality. So I might not do it just because I don't think I have the time to spend on it.
Dang. Fair though, fair. Editing VODs does take a while. It takes a long while, especially if you're an acute procrastinator. Oh dear. But yeah. Oh man. But I mean, you can actually just start with, like, you know, just exporting unedited VODs, really, like, you know, just like do a content dump if you that's what I usually call it. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do it, it's also alright.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe it's also like, you know, because Twitch doesn't really store your VODs, which is a bit you know, kind of sucks.
Yeah, it only like saves up to like 2 weeks, I think. The bots.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks for people who aren't partner and 1 month for people who are partner, which is kind of bullshit. Come on, just make a YouTube account or something. But yeah, yeah. Okay, so regarding streaming again, like other than things like games and stuff like that, do you have any other niche interest? Even though you don't stream it, like, is there anything? Do you have any other again, interests you have outside of gaming? Maybe.
Yeah, like hobbies or stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, welcome
yeah.
Suika, by the way.
I have like well, from outside of, you know, the streaming life, like I play card games and you know, board games and stuff. Yeah, so I like play like Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that.
Have you played the new game?
I have played. It's very, very good. Like, it's surprisingly well done.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll like stream it because Yu-Gi-Oh is a game. It's a game that I do like. I like to play it with my friends, but it's a game that I get tired of like easily. I can play like 3-4 matches, but then I need to take a rest because it's I'm not gonna say that it's the same, because it's not. Like, you know, you're not gonna have 2 matches that are the same, but it's like depends on your deck. Unless you have like a very fun deck to play, you're gonna get kind of bored.
Gets repetitive, right?
Like, yeah, it gets repetitive, and it's also like, well, it depends on the person. Because I mean, I have friends that literally on Saturday, last Saturday, they went to a official tournament, like a regional tournament here, and they were like, I think it was 8 hours of tournament.
Oh dear.
Yes, and they asked me, "Hey, are you gonna go in?" I'm like, "No, no."
Oh man. You won't be able to think straight by the time the tournament ends.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I'm gonna get so burned if I do that. So yeah, I'm not.
Oh no. Especially if you're playing a really hard deck, a really combo heavy deck.
Yeah, because you're doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's worse if you play like a deck that doesn't really like, that has kind of like that has a lot of combos like Virtual World. I think that deck is gonna get a lot worse. It's a lot worse. The repetitive decks, I guess you can get into like the rhythm of doing it. But yeah, what deck do you play actually? Yeah. I wonder.
My favorite and go-to deck is I am forgetting the name in English because I have it in Spanish.
Oh.
The Witchcrafter deck.
Oh, Witchcrafter! I love that one.
Yes.
Hey, you got taste.
That's my favorite deck. Like it was my first serious deck. Like the one I spent money on, and the one that I, learned to play perfectly. I have like a lot of decks. I think I have 6 or 5 decks of physical cards. And yeah, I mostly like control decks, the ones that you negate stuff. Stop your opponent from doing basically anything.
Floodgate is super fun.
Oh yes, it is.
Oh yes.
It's not when you're playing against it though.
Unless you know how to play against it. Sometimes it sucks though, especially if you don't have back row removal.
Yeah. The thing I don't like about Yugi is the meta, because it's so it gets so tiring. It's the same cards all over again. Like you see the 6 top cards that everyone uses, and it's like, dude, I just want to play something fun, but I can't because that deck is trash. And if I play, I will place maybe 2 cards, and the other guy will just one hit kill me with a combo, and I'm like, okay.
Dang, meta sucks. But yeah, whatchamacallit? Yeah, I guess if you're like doing locals or like maybe even like with friends, it doesn't really matter that much. The meta doesn't really matter that much. But if you're playing competitively, the meta does matter a lot, which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I really want to like play some of my decks on Master Duel, but I couldn't because of the meta. Because I got this inner competitiveness inside of me who wants to rank, but then I'm like, if I want to rank, I'm gonna need to build a meta deck, and I just sold my soul and actually built a meta deck.
I'm building both in real life and in Master Duel. I'm building a fucking meme deck, which is Amazones, like the Amazons deck.
Oh, the Amazons! Oh,
yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's just
funny though.
Deck.
It's funny though.
Best part about it is that I said to my friend is the one, I have a friend who is like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Encyclopedia. Like, I kid you not, I bet whatever you want that you can go to him and ask what X card does, like whatever the name of the card is, he will know that card.
Dear Lord.
I don't know, but he knows every single card. And I'm like, okay, so here's the one that makes decks. Like when I say, hey, I want a deck of like this monster, so I want this deck, he's gonna search for the best cards, like best prices, best I guess that is gonna come fast.
God damn.
I'm like, okay, I don't know how you do it, but keep doing it. And so I asked him to do the Amazon deck, which I wanted to do it for a while because it's a meme deck, but it's fun, I want to play for fun.
Meme decks are fun.
And so, he looked at me like, you are crazy. Okay, next day he comes at me and says, Shog, I got news for you. Bad news? No, good news. I'm like, what happened? He's like, you want to do an Amazon's deck, right? Uh-huh. Okay, well, Konami just announced that they're gonna add, like, support to that deck. They're gonna add new cards that are gonna make it meta. And I'm like, what?
Ooh.
What? So I have this love relation with Konami, because the company that, makes the cards, I think they have, like, a mic on my house, because every deck I play, they make it meta. And I'm like, okay, I love you.
Nice. God dang. But yeah. Again, whatchamacallit, Floodgate decks. I can't even speak. Super fun. But yeah. My favorite is actually like, Mystic Mindstall. Definitely my favorite. It's actually my main deck that I use. And then also like, the I think it's called, I forgot what this one is called. I only played this a bit. It's the one with the dust thingy ones that clogs your enemy's field. And this was, yeah.
Harpies.
No, not harpies. Not harpies. It's like
I'm thinking of Harpies Feather Duster.
It's something I forgot. It's like, you know, if you attack the monster, they're gonna summon a token on your opponent's field, and it can't be attributed and stuff like that. So it's just gonna clog their field. So like, so they can't summon, they can't do anything.
I think that's like maybe a zombie deck or a dark deck. I fought one. Yeah, I
don't think it's a zombie deck. I can forget. And last one is definitely Ghost Trick. Last one is Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick is kind of popular. Do you know Ghost Trick?
Ghost Trick? I know the Trap Trick, but is it Ghost?
Trap Trick is different. That Trap Trick is different. Ghost Trick is it's not exactly a good deck, but it's such an annoying deck. So it's just fun. Like, my goal when playing Ghost Trick is not to win, but to prolong the game as long as possible. Oh
that
man,
was exhausting.
My goal is just to make the game as long as possible. Unless I'm playing like the literally last Ghost Trick, I can actually like do a turn 1 win somehow, which is a bit of a weird strat, but I guess it sometimes works. But yeah, it's a nice deck. Yeah, if it works, it works. Also, it's fun. It funds and brings a lot of laughs usually when I pull it off correctly. It's really hard to pull off correctly, but yeah, god dang. Okay, do you play any other card games aside from Yu-Gi-Oh?
I like card games actually.
Ooh.
I played like Hearthstone. My voice just cracked.
It's alright.
Like I played Hearthstone, but I don't play it anymore. I left it because it's so pay to win.
Yes,
not even
exactly.
pay to win, pay to play.
Yeah.
Making decks is so expensive. You need to spend a lot of time and effort into playing the game regularly and daily to get a deck. I found it really tiring, and so I left it. And I have friends that also left it because they say, yeah, no, the game is not fun anymore. And I moved to Legends of Runeterra, the League card game that is actually one of my favorites because it's very easy to make a deck, and it's very fun. And I tried like a couple more, like, you know, Went, the Witcher one.
Oh, the Witcher card game.
Yeah, the Witcher card game. I tried it. I liked it, but I didn't spend that much time. And I didn't try Magic. That's something I have to do. I didn't try it. And I want to because I have people that played and say that, hey, it's fun, and you know, it's kind of like Yugi but differently.
Maybe I should play in the future. I also I played Magic a bit, but didn't really get that into it because it's confusing for me.
It's hard, and I want to one day create my own card game because I will study game developer thingies.
Nice.
So I want to do a card game in the future. I don't know when, but in the future.
You're really nice. That's really cool. Do you have any maybe what you call again? You know, sometimes when people have aspirations and stuff like that, sometimes you get things like, you know, ideas and stuff like that, but you can't really do it yet because you don't really know how to design games. Do you have any thing like that?
I have I mean, ideas for games. I have a couple, and I have a lot because, like I said, like I really think of stories. I like to make myself in my head, like, you know, maybe fictional scenarios with different characters, or maybe some of them will eventually develop into a somewhat good story. And I have like a couple ideas, but I don't really have the skills or the experience or anything to make it. And it's also like gonna take a long time to even make like one of those ideas. So it's kind of frustrating to have like, I want to do this, but I can't. Actually, I have one idea that I want to do, like, and it's not really that difficult. It's just I will need a lot of time and practice and experience. But I want to actually do a VTuber fighting game because that would be awesome.
Like a digital fighting game?
Yeah, like imagine, like for example, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, that stuff, that kind of games, but like with VTubers as the characters and different movesets and stuff. I would love to do it. Sadly I don't have the skill to do it. Maybe someday, but I want to do it because I mean, just playing as your favorite VTuber, or if you like that VTuber in the game actually plays it, like they play their character and stuff. Like I don't know, I think it would be entertaining, and I think that it could be a good idea since the VTuber community is so big. I mean, someone's bound to play it. They're gonna be let's see that.
Hey, fun fact, something like that is actually already done. There's actually quite a few games like that. Fun fact. Did you know that's, I mean, it's not actually like, I mean, Mugen is one of them. Like, a lot of people like do use Mugen for it, but like, the one game that I'm really like, that I really think of when you mentioned that is that's actually, I forgot the name, but there's this one game where you can import Viroid models into a fighting game and then like, choose movesets and stuff like that. A friend of mine did like a VTuber tournament kinda, and like just imported a lot of people's Viroid models into the game and make them duke it out using the AI. It's interesting. Maybe we should make something like that.
That's cool. Yeah. But what I have in mind is like making a character-based fighting game. You have like maybe, let's say for example 20 like characters, 20 different VTubers.
Dang.
And each of them have like, maybe they have like their own moveset, like they have their own combos, they do different stuff depending on like their character and stuff. So that's my initial idea, that's my go-to idea, and I think that it would be good to have one like that. But I mean, by the time I will start to make it, there's probably going to be more of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because more people are gonna have the same idea. I mean,
that's never an original idea, but hey, you can like, if you think you can do it good, then hey, maybe you can actually make the one that pop. Because the games that I mentioned earlier, none of them actually pop off because they're not actually like, they didn't really either they didn't market it properly, or they just didn't have the funds to properly develop it. And I mean, the game itself is like looks like a hobbyist project, but I feel like it got potential if they market it properly, but I don't think they market it properly, so it didn't really like take off. So hey,
you're gonna do a VTuber like not easy, but a way of doing it is like you go to different VTubers and ask them if they want to be in the game.
Exactly.
And eventually, if they say yes and you make it and they're in the game, you can send them like the early access, or you can make the you can give them codes or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how you market games. Give free copies. Make sure get that influencer marketing thingy-majig going on. Yes, influencer product placements, featured primetime entertainment, market your stuff. That's a really important part of game development, actually. Like when I get into like a game dev workshop, the one thing that they tell me is that it doesn't matter how great your game is, it won't sell if you can't market it. You can market a horrible game and it'll sell like cake. Like look at a lot of games out there. For example, like that. Remember like those viral games, kind of like, what's the worst game I can think of? Like Baldi's Basic. That game is shit. But it blew up. It's functional,
like,
but goddamn.
It also was made like that. Like it also was made to be like kind of shitty and kind of bad. I think they only had like 1 week to work on it. I think. I mean, they got the whole vibe, because something about games like junky games and stuff, they have like a creepy vibe to them.
Yeah.
So I think like you sometimes you can get like, you can take advantage of the junk to make it look scary and creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, Baldi's did it like very good. Like the fucking main character, the Baldi, of course, is so unsettling. I think they did a really good job.
Well, actually, that's really a thing. Like play on your strengths. Like for example, when like at first, like Scott Cotton, the maker of FNAF, back then he made games, normal games, not horror games, and then everyone said his characters look super creepy, like animatronics. So he just played into his strength and made the rest is history. You probably know. Yeah. Let's see. Let me look at chat a bit. The Mistman made an expand one with more characters and more levels. Interesting. Standard rival better, and I will play for that. Yeah. And then again, again, like a game doesn't have to be like super amazing. It doesn't have to be like game of the year quality for it to like sell like crazy. You just need to be able to market it properly. The same goes for streaming actually. You don't have to be the best creator out there to like make it out there. In fact, a lot of creators who are like quote unquote super good doesn't make it to the top just because they don't really know how to market themselves. Like it's really important to learn how to market yourself as a streamer.
Part,
yeah. It's such an important thing. So yeah, do you have any like plans on like have you been learning about things like marketing yourself as a streamer actually? I mean, even though you're only doing it as a hobby, maybe you did think about it a bit.
I don't really know. Like I have never thought about going full on like marketing myself like as good as other people do or stuff, mainly because I don't really know how to do that. Like I don't know how to market myself in a way that it will reach a lot of people. I have only like my social media is Twitter, and I basically just do stuff there and tweet there. And I honestly I'm pretty new at Twitter because I only started using it when I made my account for VTubing.
Same.
I was like, okay, I need to learn this. And I mean, it's easy to learn. I think it's somewhat easy to learn. I just all the hashtag world, I still don't really vibe with it that well. I know the basics. I know what to tag, but I am mainly just in my little corner with some tags. I do not dare to do like other streamers or other tweets like I see with 100 tags, and I'm like, whoa, chill.
Man. I mean, then again, like if you put too much tags in, they're gonna like Twitter is gonna suppress your comment or like tweet. So you only want to like go for like maybe like I think the sweet spot is like 3 tags. I usually use 3 tags. If you use too much, it's gonna like get suppressed.
I usually do too. I usually like do the Vtuber and the Vtuber one, and I mean seems to work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I of course don't get like much visibility on them, but I mean that's normal. That's completely normal.
There's also things like the culture of the platform itself, which is really hard to learn, really hard to grasp, man. Till this day, I still wonder how to actually you get noticed on Twitter, and other platforms like Reddit. The only platform that I quote unquote kinda know a bit well is like YouTube, because back then I used YouTube a lot. But I guess the meta on YouTube evolves rapidly, so I don't think the knowledge that I got from back then when I was like before I started this whole VTubing thing applies that well, because the meta changes. Dang. Oh man, I wish I started earlier, I'll be honest. Because back then the meta was long videos, so oh god, that was like super easy to make. But now the meta is like short videos, which is a lot harder to make, I'll be honest.
I remember when the meta was like 10-minute videos, and then it got like from 10 minutes we go to like 8 minutes, and now it's shorts that are popping up. I'm like, what is happening with YouTube? My god.
Back then it was like 30 minutes usually. Like back then the meta is 30 minutes, and then it shortens to 15 minutes, and then it's like 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and then now it's like there's a lot of like under 1 minute content. And those things get a lot of views.
I think they want to do like the TikTok trend. They want to do shorts. They want to keep you invested in small videos, but for a long time. Because I mean, if you go on YouTube, like a lot of channels now, you have 2 types of channels. Either they have very long videos, like 30-minute videos and stuff like that, or they have very like short videos. And I mean, it makes sense, like, because you want to do like what other platforms like TikTok does. That is, you want to make people stay in your platform and not get them bored. And you do that by making small videos and small shorts, like 1-minute videos, because it's more entertaining being like watching 10 1-minute videos than to watch one 10-minute video. So I'm guessing like that's where YouTube wants to go. They want to shift the content to a much like compacted and small and short content, so then more people will watch it instead of having to spend more time watching videos. Because I actually I saw not long ago a video talking about that, talking about how, you know, nowadays people don't really have that much time to spend on YouTube videos, because they have like long hour videos, 2 hour long videos, and it's like they don't have the time. People don't have the time. So I'm guessing that they want to go with the short content, which I mean, I think it's working for them.
I like how you did your research. That's actually like quite accurate. A lot of things that you said. Yeah. Also, coba lihat. Jason mentioned back and you can even upload longer than 10 minutes. I mean, I think that's still a thing. Like right now, you need like a verified account to like to upload more than 10 minutes. But yeah, I guess that's like, you know, since back then. But yeah, also welcome Yasamin Yasara has your day been. Oh yeah, by the way, for all of you in chat, if you got any questions, feel free to tell them. But yeah, again, you know, nowadays, I mean, I guess like a lot of platforms are shifting into short form content, because it's not actually because, you know, I think mostly it's because people's attention span has been lowering this past few years. So I guess that's why they're actually shifting into short form content. And you know, because a lot of people, because of how YouTube and other social media is a lot more commonplace nowadays. You can access them on your phone. A lot of people will start to access them while they're on, for example, commute, or when they're like waiting for their food in a restaurant or something. Because of that, people will start to, you know, they don't really want to commit to a long video because they know they won't really be able to finish it before their meal comes or before their bus comes or something like that. But yeah, I mean, even though I personally still watch a lot of long videos, our generation, generation changes, culture changes, so we need to adapt.
Yeah. And it's also like a younger audience is coming, like linking with that, the short attention span. It's also, I think, because there are more younger audiences, like every day, like there come more and more and more. Like you see on, there was not so long ago, I think a couple years back, like YouTube wanted to rebrand themselves to be more kid friendly. All the COPPA.
That's just because of that's because of the advertising thingamajig. They want to make the sponsor happy because YouTube is now a public company. It's not actually. I wish it's a private company, because if it's a private company, we won't really have much of this really questionable things happening on YouTube. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing that they wanted to go advertise themselves and market themselves as well as they could. It kind of worked for them, although they have like new people coming the platform, but they have to also balance the people leaving the platform, because that's a very big problem that they're having.
I mean, yeah, like every platform, people come and go every time. If a platform wants to go, they need to grow faster than people leave the platform. So it's fair. And I guess going back to the whole thing about YouTube, because YouTube got a lot of shareholders and stuff like that, they got a say with what YouTube says, what YouTube does. Like, for example, this removing thingamajig, they want to keep their the shareholders and advertisers happy, because usually they get dislike bombed and stuff like that. So yeah, they need to change that platform, or if they don't want to lose money from those advertisers and shareholders pulling out. So yeah, also what you call again?
I actually like what Jason said about the clips, because that's really, really true. Like, especially with now Vtubers and with streamers coming in this wave. Because, when, for example, Hololive talents do their streams, they get they have a lot of views, they have a lot of active viewers watching their streams and their bots. But it's true that there's a 3-hour long bot. You're most likely not gonna watch it full, or you're gonna watch it but different times. You may watch maybe 30 minutes now, then tomorrow you will watch 20 minutes or something like that. but clips are popping off more now with big streamers because you can basically condense a 3-hour long, 4-hour long VOD into 1 minute or 10, and more people are getting like they're going redirected to clippers, and clippers are getting more fame because of this length.
Yeah, I mean, I guess long form still works if you like streaming, but off stream, like for example, like my streams, when I go offline, the video extraction just drops to 0. So I just need I need to do clips and stuff like that when I'm not streaming and stuff like that. Also, welcome Moret Nashi, Yahoo, Genki. But again, clips are really important, and nowadays people watch short videos, and a lot of people don't really want to watch hour-long VODs and stuff like that. So we need to, as streamers, need to clip ourselves a lot, and be good at clipping and stuff like that. But
or have dedicated clippers, because that's also one thing. That's also a thing. But I have I'm in a VTuber community. I'm in a Discord server in which I clip. I am the official clipper actually for the streams. I mean, it's not really nothing serious. I mean, the title is just kind of informative, but because I'm mostly the one who clips stuff in the streams, and you get we have 3 clippers, I think. I'm the more active one because I can be in the streams almost every day, and the other ones have they have their own lives, they have to work or they have to study, so they can't really be at the stream. So I kind of got the title, and it's actually I didn't really think that many people watch the clips until I missed one stream because it was Elden Ring, and I didn't want to spoil myself. I don't want to watch Elden Ring because I want to experience it for myself. And so I read in the chat that someone missed the stream and that there were no clips. So he was like, damn, I missed the stream and there are no clips. I know, he was kind of upset. And I then was like, wow, clips really do make an impact. Many people think they're just small highlights or funny stuff that happened. But whenever I talk to people, they're saying I usually watch the clips to get a feel of the stream, of the vibe that happened during the stream, because I don't really have time to watch it, and so they live off clips. And I think that's really, it was really cool when I found out. I was like, wow, actually my clipping, it's working, it's doing something. I'm not just clipping funny stuff. And I find it cool.
I mean, hey, people watch it for that. If it's a funny moment, people watch that. People want to watch that. In fact,
completely.
So clippers are the unsung heroes of streamers.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes. Some of them stay in their basement and watch streamers for multiple hours and clip them.
six monitors around.
Around
the basement.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear neck beards. Yeah. Oh dear.
There's one popular clipper for Abyss Shoujo. I don't recall the name. I haven't watched the clips in a long time. But that clipper was famous, but really famous, because they clipped I think mostly 90% of every stream. If there were sometimes there were 2 streams at the same time, and the clips would be at the minute, and people were like, how do you do that? And the channel blew up because they had I don't know how many, but they had a lot of clips of the Abyss Shoujo streams, good clips with good quality, and interesting clips, and it was mind-blowing. You're it seems you're developing your life around this clipping channel. Clippers are the hidden pillars of the
really
important society.
Yeah, really important clippers, man. Yeah, that's why you want to build a good build an audience that wants to clip you and stuff like that. Yeah, kind of sucks if you on YouTube. When I moved to YouTube, I get 0 clips because you can't. It's really hard to clip on YouTube. But
it's really tough.
on Twitch it's easier to clip, and like when people clip my stuff, I can just like download the clip and then upload it onto YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, now that I moved to YouTube, I need to clip everything manually. So it takes quite it takes quite a while sometimes. And I wouldn't really be able to pump out clips as fast as I would be able to do and stuff like that.
I also like clipping is also good to show people to the VTube community, because I actually found out about the VTube community about like with clips and memes. Like I stumbled across some clips and I was like, huh, cool, I want to see more, and then I started looking more and I got really invested.
Yeah, exactly.
And here I am.
Yeah.
So it's really like they're really important.
Yeah. Also, yeah, like what Jason said. Jason used to be one of my clippers, but then again, like because I don't blame Jason for like not clipping, because I know how hard it is to clip on YouTube. Like I don't clip on YouTube. Clipping on YouTube is a pain in the ass. I rather like I rather like not get you not have you get tired of clipping me and clip my stuff myself, I guess. And yeah, I need to have like 1,000 subs to actually clip and stuff like that. And plus YouTube's clips, they don't really like it's not exactly like Twitch clips. It's kind of hard to export them as well.
They're compressed and stuff, and it's like they're not as good as Twitch clips.
Twitch clips are the best, but yeah, I guess I mean then again, I guess YouTube is still like developing their live streaming platform. I mean, I know like last year they're developing their live streaming platform, but I don't know. Like, I haven't heard of the news nowadays. I haven't heard of YouTube improving their streaming platform. I guess they kind of try to double down on the short stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at chat a bit. On YouTube, you streamable to clip. Never tried that. You can put streams in there and process them slowly, but there's a diminished lack of quality yet. Oh dear. I mean 720p is my usual quality anyways. I don't stream at 1080p. My PC isn't that strong, and plus my monitor isn't even 1080p. But yeah.
720 is not bad.
720 is standard, I guess. I mean, back then it was standard. Right now the standard is 1080.
Yeah,
but
right now it's 1080. But I mean, you can do videos and you can do content at 720, and people will still watch it.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter. The graphic itself doesn't matter as long as you can be entertaining. Like I rather watch an entertaining stream that's 720p or like even lower than a HD 4K stream where the streamer is just silent the whole time. So yeah.
Video is also not as important. I actually like many people when I actually was interested in streaming, I kind of did my research and browsing on what's interesting, what do you have to do to do like this but do it well. And many people, a lot of them used to say that sound is more important. Like
yes, exactly.
A good sound, you can catch audience, because video, it can't be scuffed, it can't be pixelated, you can drop frames.
People won't mind it.
But if you have a good audio, people will stay.
Yeah, like in filming, there's this rule: like audio is first, second is lighting, and then third is camera. Audio is the most important. Second to that is lighting, and then the third is camera. I mean, I guess it's because like when it comes to your voice, like when people watch streams, a lot of them half of them watch the streams. Normally, half of them only like listen to our voice and stuff like that and our commentary. So if your mic sucks, like people are forced to listen to your voice on stream. So if your audio sucks, yeah, a lot of people are gonna drop out. Yeah,
you're not gonna go far.
Not a lot of people watch streams for the gameplay. They watch streams for the commentator.
Okay. They watch it for the VTuber, well, a streamer, not only VTuber. Like they watch it for the content creator. And that's really true.
Yeah. Okay, Jason also mentioned if your content is worth clipping because of something funny, something engaging, you have not conversation, something cool, you're doing something definitely right. Yeah, exactly. You also want to you also want to try to trigger these type of quote unquote clippable moments or highlightable moments and stuff like that. Yeah.
But it's kind of difficult to strike a balance because you gotta lean towards the clip worthy moments, but also keep it real.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can keep it real. Keep it real. Like there's a lot of people who do serious content. Like for example, like us today. Like today we're actually talking a lot about the business side of content creation. And hey, like a lot of these parts are actually clippable. Like these parts, even though they're not engaging in the sense of that entertaining, they're super educational, and people will watch them to gain some insight about the inner workings, I guess. I don't know, the intricate details of content creation and how to how it feels to actually do content creation, because content creation is hard. You need to have a you need to have a thick skin. You need to be strong in your you have to have a strong mind, body, and soul to actually pull off. Succeed as a content creator, because it's rough. But I really enjoy it though. I really enjoy doing it. But I get how it's not for everyone. Like a lot of my friends didn't really I had a lot of friends who dropped out from content creation because they couldn't really handle the whole thing. It takes a toll on your mind after a while.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling it, but with my speaking, with my language. I am now, because I stream in English and I stream almost every day. I stream from Monday to Friday, usually. If nothing goes wrong.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's it's 5 days in a row. I stream on Monday, on the mornings, which is not good for my boys, because morning boys. But that's when I can. That's where I have free time. So since I stream almost every day and stuff, I feel myself speaking and thinking more in English, because I need to speak and use my English when I'm streaming, and so it kind of just sticks with me. I don't know why. I literally was playing with some friends in VC some days ago. And we were doing our own things and stuff, and I was checking. We were actually playing Elden Ring, and we were figuring stuff for the co-op. And I sat down in a site of grace. I was doing stuff. I won't bother you with details. And I was I literally said this in English. I was speaking. We were speaking in Spanish, of course, and I literally just went, 500 runes, I don't have enough. And then I click and I'm like, wait, did I just fucking speak in English? it's stuck in my brain now. I feel myself going more speaking more English, which is not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's good.
I want to keep getting myself better with English. I'm not bad at it. But I honestly thought that I was better than I actually am when I first started streaming. When you get to really speak it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm okay. I'm not as good as I thought.
Fair. Yeah, the old, what's it called again? It's called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. I think so. I forget what it's called. I think it's the Dunning-Kruger Effect.
Kruger Effect?
I think so. That curve, there's your confidence goes up, and then when you actually know more about a certain thing, your confidence just drops down into that valley and stuff like that. I don't know if it's actually called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. I know that the Dunning-Kruger Effect is actually not not like that. It's a common misconception, but hey, it kind of I guess it's kind of a thing. But yeah, let's see. Ooh, Nasus, welcome to the stream. And Nasus said he wants to hear you speak Spanish. Ooh, can you speak Spanish a bit?
Speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Ooh, what do you want me to say?
Wait, do you know any swear words in Spanish?
I am a native speaker, so yes, I do.
No.
What do you want? Okay, what swear word would you like to learn?
Do teach me a swear word in Spanish.
Well, you can say cabron.
Cabron?
Which is, it's kind of we in Spanish we have compared to the English lexicon, we have a long array of swear words and insults, so it's kind of difficult to put a meaning to them in English words.
Fair.
But that would be like the equivalent of pendejo in Latin Spanish, when in South America, because I am from Spain. I am not from from South America, so we speak like we have different insults and different words. So cabron would be like fucker, maybe like a little bit less aggressive, but still aggressive. And yeah, we have like a lot of swear words, and then we have a lot of insults and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say what it really means. But I can teach you.
Yeah. Also, wait. I know this one word, but I can't remember whether it's Spanish or French. I can't remember. I mix up French and Spanish a lot. I don't know why. But I know this one word that goes puta madre. Is that French or Spanish?
That's
Spanish. Dope. Hey. Yeah. Puta madre is like motherfucker, or your mom is a whore, right? I don't know. I don't really know.
That's not weird. That's contextual. Kinda. Would you just say it? No, kinda. What I mean is, it's like it's difficult to explain. Actually.
Yeah, it's difficult to explain swear words.
That's actually Spanish, but from Spain, because we tend to say that it's more of an expression than an insult. So when you say puta madre, it's more. You usually say that maybe if, for example, something went wrong and you're frustrated and you're like, damn, puta madre. Like, I didn't like it. So it's like more of a, expression. It can be also a shit. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, so it's the equivalent of like the shit expression in English.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, so if you trip, you are walking on the street and you trip, you will, in English, you would go like, shit. Well, in Spanish, you would go, puta madre.
Yeah. I like it though. I like how a lot of swear words turn into turn into these kind of expressions. Like, for example, like a famous example is just fuck. Fuck is such a versatile word. You can use it as fuck this. Or maybe you can go like, fuck yeah. Or maybe like, oh, fuck that. Or maybe like, fuck you. There's a lot of different ways to use fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of meanings.
Yeah. It's such a versatile word.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah. That's just mentioned. Twist it and bend it how you like. Yeah.
We are so creative with insults.
Yeah. It got to a point where it doesn't even it's not even used as an insult anymore. It's just used as a like to show your expression. Oh man. But hey, I like how, like, if you know how to use things like, certain swear words as like expression, I think you're like quite good at that language. Yeah.
So, once you've mastered swear words, you are mastering the language, because that's like,
it's like the
60% of people will say them. Will use like vulgar language, so yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you separate between people who are just learning the language and people who are fluent in the language. Yeah, and yeah, like going back to the earlier you talked about like thinking in English. That's actually one sign you're starting to get fluent in English. Like once you get fluent in English, trust me, you can't really like think in other languages. I can't even think in my native language. I can only think in English when and like and stuff like that. When just like walking stuff and like doing math in my head, I just use English because it's faster. So if that's actually a really good sign. That means you're like starting to get more fluent in the language.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm not complaining about being stuck with English in my head. I mean, that's what I said. Like, it's good for me.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's nice. Yeah. I just want to be more, because my head, like, I speak faster than my head processes. So I kind of maybe will start a sentence and I will have to buffer first. I'm like, okay, wait, what do I want to say? Because I just kind of talked.
Same. I won't be surprised if one day you're gonna be like me, talking like a machine gun most of the time. Oh god, people who watch you probably know how fast I talk usually. God dang. Yeah, as not to say, learning a language is one thing. Learning the mannerism, however, is like another thing. Yeah, and knowing the culture and knowing how to speak like a native is another thing. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice
it's very
though.
difficult. I mean,
Yeah. It's difficult, but once you get it, you get it. It's like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, the easiest way to learn
You
do
will-
it is actually to just talk with native speakers, or maybe like, you know, people who are fluent in the language. Like what you're doing right now. I mean, I'll be honest, you're already quite fluent. Like, you know, you can talk without having to translate things in your head. So your English is actually quite nice. You know, like, you know, I guess you just need to like work on your again, you know, talking fast and like fluently and stuff like that.
My vocabulary.
Yeah, and
the thing,
vocabulary
because
as well, I guess.
I got like when I wanted to start streaming, and I was like, yeah, I can talk in English. I was like a little bit cocky because the English, like, I can understand it almost perfectly. I am gonna say almost because there are some words that I still don't know, or that maybe I will not understand what people are saying. Like, but yeah, overall I do understand it. Like, overall I'm not bad at English. It's just that whenever when I speak, I feel it like I don't have the words, or maybe mostly because I'm going off of my mannerisms as, you know, a Spanish speaker. We have words that English doesn't, and English has words that Spanish hasn't. So it kind of like, I want to say something, but I'm thinking in Spanish. I'm thinking like saying it in English, but then I like, wait, I can't structure this phrase because it doesn't exist in English. I literally can't speak. I can't say this. So I need to practice in that regard, in more of like, you know, make a sentence in my head, but in English first.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how you know you're fluent. Like, you know, if you still translate words in your head, like for example, oh, I want to say this, like, you know, for example, this in Spanish, and then I translate it to English first, and in my mind, and then say it. That's a sign that you're not fluent yet. You're fluent when you can, you know, just talk without thinking. You can just talk without thinking. And yeah, like, you know, things like accent as well is like something that you build along the way. Like, all of us start somewhere. Like, back then when I just started out this whole content creation thingamajig, I actually it's actually been a while since I spoke English a lot. So it's my accent is a bit rusty. Like, all of you who watch me from the start probably know how like choppy my accent was. But now I guess my accent improved quite a lot, so I guess it's nice. But yeah, it's something that it's something that you improved a lot. I mean, right now I still have like a really heavy accent, but I think it's like, you know, a really heavy Southeast Asian accent. I guess it's like, you know, normal, but like, you know, back then it's like, you know, it's really bad. Nowadays it's actually quite decent. I guess like people can understand me and stuff like that. Back then I still talk. Yeah. My voice is choppy. I guess it's still going through that phase.
Yeah, I have friends that say that I have a strong accent, and I guess they're saying the truth. Like, I don't really like my, like, I'm not gonna say I dislike it, like my accent, but it's something that I don't really feel when I'm talking.
Same, actually.
But then when I listen to myself, I'm like, yeah, I can see the accent, and it's like, okay. I mean, I'm still getting used to hearing my own voice. So. Yeah.
And hey, having an accent is alright. Like, having an accent is alright. Like, a lot of people, maybe it can even be a charming point. Like, a lot of people have, like, you know, a lot of people come to my streams because they like my accent. I'm pretty sure. I get a few instances where people come in and they just say they like my accent, and I'm like, oh dear. Because it's nice.
I do like it.
Yeah,
it is nice.
It's a really out there accent. It's kind of like, you know, it kind of makes you unique. You know, you don't really see like all of these Vtubers. They have like the usual English accent, while like we're here like non-native speakers have weird accents, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Monster secondary. Oh dear.
The soft lolly breathing.
Oh dear lord. Oh, you watched that. Oh dear.
I didn't watch it per se. I just saw the thumbnail and the title and I was like, interesting. Noted. Yeah, most people will get on a stream and they will stay if you have an accent that is like they find like attractive or good. I'm not gonna say like attractive like that attractive.
Like a sexy accent.
Yeah, but
Oh,
if they
dear.
find it like charming and they liked it, I actually follow a couple of streamers only because, well, not only, but like the selling point for me was like their voices, because I really like them.
Yeah.
Which also links to what we said before about having good audio. If you have good
Yeah.
audio and a charming voice, you're set.
Exactly. You don't even have like you don't even need like, you know, a charming, quote unquote, like good voice. Like even like people with bad voices can like whatchamacallit make it out there. You know, because you know everyone's voice is unique, and voice is like voice can like art. It's subjective. Like a lot of people like you know, you can have the best voice in the world, and there's still gonna be people who don't like it. And then you can have like the worst voice in the world, and then there's still gonna be people who like it and stuff like that. Yeah, like hey, come on! I've seen a lot of people simp for Stephen Hawking's voice for some reason. I do like his voice though. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I do like his voice. I really like listening to those Stephen Hawking narration videos. It's really calming. I really like it.
It is kind of charming, you could say.
Yeah, it is really charming. Like when I hear his voice, I know it's his voice. Like I can't forget his voice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Is there any particular like kind of voice that you're into? Actually, I wonder.
A voice that I'm into. Good question. It kind of depends. Like if I'm like, I don't really have a concrete answer, because of course I don't really have a type of voice. Like I could like any voice.
Yeah.
But more like if I'm watching a streamer and they have like, one of the things I really do like is accents, like English accents.
Ooh.
For example, the different variations of accents, like Australian accent.
Oh,
I
yes.
love it.
Yeah, I love it
Australian
as
accent,
well.
I love
Super
it.
rough. I love it.
The Scottish accent is so much fun to hear. I like
Yeah.
all the different variations of English accents. I do like it a lot. I like them. And I don't know, I just find them really, I find them really cool.
Yeah.
I like them. And more like accents, like overall, it kind of depends. Like if the accent is too heavy, it depends more on the voice than the accent. I mean, accent is not a selling point for me. It's just, you know, if I like the voice, and I will be on board. And if the voice has an accent, that's a plus.
Yeah.
And well, you also need to be entertaining and
Yeah, definitely.
having
That's
a good
the one point.
personality too.
Yeah. It's kind of like bonus points. It's bonus points.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't really mind any voice. Like I like most voices. Like I think the only type of voice that I don't like is kind of like, you know, the the quote unquote stereotypical kind of like accent or something. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, what I don't know how to speak like that, but hey, like that really over the top kind of weird accent. But yeah, but I do have one thing though. I don't know why, but I got like a really strong affection, I guess, towards girls with really deep voices. Like I mean, like if, like not exactly like not exactly the Arara voice, but more like the dead inside voice, if you know what I mean. like maybe you can say like like think of like those goth girls and like I'll have I want you. I like black. I not like other girls.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, like deep voices are actually cool. Like if like a girl has a deep voice and the deep voice is like I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll be honest, I think part of it is because like the usual VTuber, like the VTuber scene, it's populated with so many girls with super high pitched voices. So it kind of gets boring because a lot of girls just like speak in the really high voices, and makes it a bit like it's kind of like if it's super common, it's not special anymore. So I can like have a soft spot for girls with deep voices and like god girls. Yeah. Oh dear.
I mean, well, it's what it sells actually, because if you have like a girl with a high pitched voice, like that's the go-to for almost every avatar, like you would expect it to.
That's what a
have,
lot of
like,
people
you know,
want.
a deep voice. Yeah, that's what people like and want. That's
Anime
why it's
culture.
so popular. Yeah. So, but yeah, a good change is welcome. Like,
Yeah.
a good change in pitch.
Yeah. I think it's just my personal thing, Magic. You know, I it's a personal thing. I really like things that divide from like the norm and stuff like that. And you know, I mean, then again, I'm not exactly an anime watcher, so I guess that also has an impact on it. I guess, you know, probably the weebs probably will be into the more kind of like, you know, the high pitched voice, or maybe like, you know, maybe the kind of like the
more
Arara voice,
more
maybe.
the more anime voices, yeah.
Yeah, other people with really unique voices and unique models, but I know that it's, I know, defying from the norm is really risky. So I understand why not a lot of people are going for it. Yeah,
it's a gamble.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. But if you can succeed, and just, you know, if you like, if you have a unique model, you'll either succeed or be just a novelty. So yeah, it's hard.
True.
You need to market yourself properly and actually be entertaining. But yeah,
I mean, a good and flashy and new model is honestly the way to go.
Yeah.
At least the first step.
It's the first step, but like again, like, you know, no matter how flashy your model is, if you can't really, like, you know, if you're not entertaining or you can't really market yourself, it doesn't really matter how flashy your model is.
Completely.
Yeah,
I just mean that, you know, whenever you're browsing on Twitch or YouTube or whatever the streaming platform you're in, you're gonna go watch, like, if you like Vtubers and you wanna, okay, let's find someone else. You're gonna browse, and at least me and what I know, like, the first thing that will come, like, that you will be attracted to is, like, of course, the model.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the voice, and then personality, and then whatever.
First impressions are really important. Yeah, again, like, you know,
Yes.
speaking of, like, you know, first impression, you know, that's why, for example, in YouTube, you need to have your thumbnails be as good as possible and stuff like that. Thumbnails and titles, make it as clickbaity as possible and actually deliver on the clickbait. That's how you get the video. Get that CTR up like crazy. Oh,
I
man.
think that's why click transit in Twitch is better than in YouTube, because you don't need to make a thumbnail, because there are no thumbnails really on Twitch. You just stream, Twitch automatically sets a thumbnail for you, and the only thing that you would need to do is like the title maybe, but I don't think many people really care about the title in a stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, they just come in for the streamer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think that it's easier.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's also ways to get your, you know, your quote-unquote Twitch thumbnail looking good. Like, for example, if you have like an interesting looking overlay, you're gonna like get a lot of eyes on your thumbnail. Make it eye-catching.
That's true.
Yeah. But, you know, like, if you're doing like just chatting, for example, change your background to something weird. Like, I don't know, like either, I don't know, like a milk aisles or something. That'll get some attention. Make something wonky or like, you know, unique, I guess. Something that'll catch people's eyes.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. What is this person doing? I want to check them out and see what they're actually doing. Yeah. Have their background as like, you know, what you call again, hentai anime girls, or a QR code maybe. That's actually interesting. Like, make it a QR code and people will start scanning it.
A rickroll, make it into a rickroll.
Yeah, exactly.
You just keep rickrolling.
Yeah. Killing two birds with one stone again.
That would be awesome. I mean, if I enter a stream with like a good like model, and I see a QR code and it rickrolls me, I'm instantly following that. That's an instant follow for me. If you fucking rickroll me, I'll follow you.
Memers, man, memers. They're what makes it's what makes the earth go around, I guess.
Memers are alive.
Yeah.
You need them.
Yeah, I love memers. Oh man, that's beautiful. But yeah, what kind of streamers do you like? Actually, I wonder. Like, what kind of streamers do you usually watch?
Streamers, I usually don't really watch that many.
Same. Don't worry.
Like, when I go on Twitch, I have to find a streamer that is small, because what I want in a stream is like to have a connection to the streamer, to like, you know, talk.
Same.
And and the streamer that reply back, of course. So whenever I go on Twitch, like, of course, yeah, I'll follow the big accounts, and I may watch some clips or maybe even watch a bit of their streams every now in a while. But there's like so many people there. Like, you're not gonna get, of course, you're not gonna get read or noticed in a 300, like not 300, 3,000 people chat, of course. But I like also small streamers because they are more, I don't know, they have like a more warm aura. Like when you come to a streamer that has like maybe 8 people and it only has like 2 chatters actively, and you, like, first of all, you can hear them and you can see how they function, and they usually will be like so warm and welcome and wholesome. They're just like casually chatting, and just, you know, whenever I actually saw a tweet that made me smile at this. It was like a big account. It had like 4,000 followers on Twitter, and it said like, I really miss being a small streamer, because every now and a while when I lurk in the small streams and they get a follow, they get so thankful, and they are so real. And that's true. I mean, you go to a small streamer and you follow, they will thank you. Like, it's the war for them. I mean, as a small streamer, it is to feel it. And whenever and if they, like, if you subscribe to them, they will, I mean, they will literally remember that for probably the rest of the day.
They'll explode.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's so cozy when you have like a small community and small streamers. So that's what I like. I like small streamers. I like, you know, cozy small streams.
They're really easy to connect to.
Yeah,
they're super friendly as well.
Really good way to build both a community and a follower base. Because if you keep, like, you know, interacting with them, they're gonna come back. If you regularly stream, and they will come back, you will grow, you will have a community, and it's so nice. I don't know.
You know, like, you know, when you donate to a small streamer, a lot of times it's the purest feelings ever. I love it so much. Like, hey, till this day, hey, all of you I still remember all of you who donated to me. I still remember your names, and up to, like, you know, the first person who donated to me, the second person, the third person. I remember all of you. I can list it right now. Like, the first person who donated to me is Pi, and then it's Ash, and then next is like there's Final, and there's also Anteler, there's also Horror Show, there's also Sagan. Oh god, I still remember all of them. Oh yeah, there's Wayne as well. Dang, I still remember all of them. All of my top donors.
That's the thing. Like, you just get so warm. I honestly, like, I think it was 2 days ago, maybe yesterday. I was browsing through Twitch because I was bored. I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, okay, I need a stream, like, on the second monitor to have. And I landed on a stream. Like, it was okay. Like, I like the content creator, and I stayed there for like, I think I stayed there for like 10-20 minutes. I dropped my follow, like, I talked a bit, and then I, like, went out of the stream to do another thing. And I get a notification that someone gifted me a sub, and I was like, okay, wow, lucky, you know, I only been there for like 20 minutes. Then I jump back on the stream, and the streamer is crying because they just like gifted 100 subs, and like, damn, the pure emotion of, you know, making this is so warm and so real.
It's super warm. Yeah. Also, whatchamacallit again? Oh yeah, by the way, welcome Pasta to the stream. How's your day been? Also, like, for Jason on chat, like, don't worry, you don't really have to do it. Like, donating is optional, and plus, hey, like, the best support you can give to a streamer is not financially. It's actually from just sharing the streamer and stuff like that. You know, for example, if you like, if clip the streamer and then share the clips everywhere to your friends, to your family. Actually, that's gonna be kind of weird, but who knows? And then, you know, share it on Twitter and stuff like that. That's the best thing you can, like, do to a streamer.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I really appreciate Jason for, like, sharing my streams everywhere.
Like, whenever I tweet and someone retweeted, like, I'm like, oh, I love you. I don't know who you are, but I love you.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like, the people who, like, I also, you also, all of you also support me by, you know, joining the Discord and then joining me on movie nights, even though it only happens like once a month, even like sometimes none a month. I really like it, you know, like, actually talking to all of you on, like, who's watching me right now. Like, hey, like everyone here, like join me on movie night at some time. It's probably gonna be at the end of the month
We
usually.
actually do have a Discord.
Yeah.
Right? I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna join.
Oh, do you have a Discord, by the way?
I do
server?
not have a server of my own.
Ah,
No.
fair. I mean, one day you can get one.
Yeah, one day I will. Once I get like a small community running stuff, yeah, I will get it. But right now I don't.
I mean, hey, feel free to like join my Discord and join other Discords. There's actually this term called like trying to get yourself quote unquote micro famous in other people's Discords to actually like, you know, kind of like get yourself a bit known, and you know it works because people from that server will join your streams sometimes.
Yeah, I have like some friends in a streamers Discord. Like we have a community and we are like very friendly there. And I have friends that they stream, and most of the people in the server know that they stream. And hey, sometimes I might pay them a visit. Some others might, you know, check them out as well. And so it's cool. Yeah, you know, joining other Discords is beneficial for the both of you. To be honest.
Yeah. It's really good. Even though I guess some people say it's a bit you know, it doesn't really it's not exactly that easy to get like, you know, to get traction from being micro famous in other people's servers, but it's still traction. And if you have the free time, go for it. It's like it's better than not doing, like it's better than scrolling through Twitter in your feed and not doing anything, unless you're tweeting like crazy or something. Even if you're tweeting like crazy, you need to like, you know, you need to have, I guess, you know, control your tweets and not get yourself, I don't know, like shadow banned or something. I personally don't really believe that much in shadow banning, but I guess, you know, tweet suppression is a thing, especially if you spam in like social medias. But yeah,
against bots, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, maybe the algorithm thing will think that you're a bot and stuff like that. But yeah. But yeah.
I mean, and if you like go to another like Discord, and I'm not gonna say like openly publicize yourself. Like you're not gonna say, "Hey, look, I'm a streamer. I stream now," because I mean that's rude.
Yeah, it's just rude. Make friends, not promote.
So at least, hey, you're gonna make friends. You know, you're gonna talk with people. You're gonna be known. You're gonna eventually, hey, at the very least, yeah, you're gonna make a couple new friends, and that's pretty good.
Yeah. When you join a Discord server, join not with the intent to promote yourself. Join with the intent of like making connections, and then just having those connections just so happen to like, you know, be your viewers, maybe convert them into your viewers.
Yeah.
Slowly. Yeah. It's a slow process. It's a slow process. Like, hey, like if you like, for those of you who still have dubs, like, you know, how many times do you actually look at the self-promotion channels? I personally never look at self-promotion channels. Oh dear.
I mean, same. Like, I mean, and when I do look, like, there's not a lot of self-promoting, because it's not really like, you know, even if you're on a Discord that has it, that, you know, you're like, okay, yeah, in this Discord I can openly like say, hey, self-promo.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you don't really want to, because it's even though it's like allowed, it seems kind of dirty and cheap to just publicize yourself in other streamers' Discords. It's kind of weird.
I mean, I guess if it's like just a dedicated channel, it's all right. But I mean, then again, like, you know, traction from those channels is usually super low. Like, barely anybody look at those channels. Anybody look at those channels. And then, you know, what you call again, it doesn't really. If you like, kind of like, you know, post there every 2 or 3 days or something, to like, you know, or every time you stream you post there, it's just gonna like, you know, people are gonna get kind of like quote unquote used to it, and then they're like, okay, he's doing that again, yeah, like just ignore it. Stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
You just gotta market for, you know, yourself. You just gotta do it yourself. Get it better. Just jump on Twitter, or, you know, make some friends.
Yeah.
Work out slowly but steadily.
Yeah. It takes a while to, you know, get used to and actually learn how to do it properly. Oh god, back then I still do those, like, you know, those follow for follow thingamajig. Oh god, that's one of my biggest mistakes. You know, those interaction tweets like, hey, I wanna make friends as a VTuber, like, or like, oh, drop your PNG and I'll follow you. Oh god, that's so scummy. So scummy, but yet a lot of people still do it, and they get traction for some reason. I mean, they get traction, but I guess like from other content creators, so it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, you don't really want to attract the attention of other content creators. You want to attract the attention of viewers, not content creators and stuff like that.
Yeah. Same. True. I mean, one thing that I like, my standards for like following people on Twitter, for example, is like, if someone follows me, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, but I'm not gonna follow them just because they, you know.
Unless I like their content. But, if I like their content, then I might follow.
Yeah, that's the thing that in order for me to follow you, I gotta look at your content. I gotta see if I like your content. I'm not gonna, because a lot of people do that. Like I have people that they randomly follow me, and I'm like, okay. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. And sometimes it's good though. And sometimes they just want to like see where you're gonna go.
I mean, I'm not saying that everyone that does it wants to like also follow and stuff, but it's like, okay, I don't know who you are, but hey, if I see your tweets and stuff and I like them, I will follow you back.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
And new VTubers getting victimized.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Twitter.
I'm not blaming them though. I'm not blaming new VTubers for getting victimized, because a lot of times they just don't know better. Like people who just got into, like, for example, when I just got into like content creation, I didn't know anything. I just I thought when I got into Twitter, there's a lot of people doing these like model reveals. I mean, model reveals is actually not bad. It's actually quite decent. But like the quote unquote make VTuber friends and stuff like that, and post your links and I'll follow you. That is so scummy, and I kind of fell for it because I didn't really know better back then. But now that I kind of grew a bit more as a content creator and like learned some stuff about it, I can know that I shouldn't be going for those. Even if I get followers and traction, it's not exactly from my target audience. I'm not trying to target other streamers to watch me. I want viewers to watch me. Yeah.
You want to build a community. You don't want people that are not gonna watch your streams to follow you. You want people that actually want to watch your content.
Like imagine having like 1,000 subs and then only having like 2 viewers at a time. Ugh.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that when I go to like Twitter pages, they have like 200 followers, 1,000 followers. But whenever you go to their Twitch page, like they have very I'm not gonna say they're like very small numbers, but they don't have their numbers are not as big, and I'm like, Okay, as what Pasta said, like I remember those quote-unquote looking for small VTubers to follow. Oh man, that is so scummy. They didn't follow back. It's just scummy. That is super scummy. Like there's actually like this one meme where they're like, I'm gonna follow everyone who replies to this tweet, and then like after that, a few days later or like a few weeks later, they're like, I'm purging my followers, so reply if you want to stay mutuals. Oh man, so scummy. So scummy. Hey, people do what they do to get traction. But well,
it doesn't even that traction doesn't even matter. Like if you look at them, a lot of times their Twitch and YouTube, like the main platform where they make content, they don't even have that many people. Like their Twitter is bigger than their content creation account.
Yeah, that's the thing, that they are like popular on Twitter, but just on Twitter.
Yeah. I kind of fell into the trap once. Back then I did this one publicity stunt. You might know about it if you did some research about me. But yeah, it gone well. I got a shit ton of traction for it, but it's only for the day and only for the duration of the publicity stunt. And back then I didn't really know better, so I didn't really know how to. I kind of managed to attract a lot of people, but I wasn't able to kind of keep that audience and turn them into returning viewers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I actually did. I'm not gonna say it was a publicity stunt because it's not. It's actually pretty damn honest. I was I browsed on Twitter and there was a lot of people saying that, hey, I wanna draw you guys,
sometimes that's just scummy. A lot of times that's scummy.
Draw you, drop your PNG itself. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try, I actually want to draw, because that was when I began doing art streams. I was like, I wanna draw something, but I don't really know what to draw. And I drew one one of my favorite streamers as a monster, and I was like, you know what, I kind of enjoy doing that. So what if I draw more monsters, but I don't know what to draw. So I kind of went on Twitter and I was like, hey, does anyone, like any Vtubers or anyone wants to be drawn as a monster by me? And I actually like said, I placed a picture of the drawing so they could see like a reference of what I was like, what my skill level was. And so yeah, I mean, that's by far that's like the most popular tweet I have. But I don't want to. I keep drawing them. Like that's the thing. I actually have some to finish, but I don't want it to be like the typical tweet of, oh, I replied, but he's not going to do that. Like I actually want to draw them all, and I will going to draw them all, because at the end of the day, it's also just free content. If you don't really know what to stream, you're gonna say, let's go, let's do some art,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that scummy when people actually do it. Like, well, some people do mention something like, drop your PNGs and I'll pick some to draw. I don't think that's that scummy, because you get what you're asked for. It's not actually deceptive, but those things that go like, oh, I'll draw everyone who replies, and then there's like 9,000 people who replies and they can't really draw all of them.
You're like,
kind of scummy.
You sure?
Are you sure about that? Kind of scummy. Yeah.
They also a few. Yeah, I mean, it's believable, because of course you're not gonna risk having to draw like 120 people,
Yeah.
Especially if you're not like that constant with art and you don't really draw every day. So yeah, I didn't say a few, so I said like, hey, I'll draw you. So I mean, I still will draw them. I have to keep doing it actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And there's also like some people who go like, whatchamacallit again, like they're like, hey, drop your PNG and I'll pick some to follow, but then not follow, pick some to draw, and then they're like, they actually only draw like they already have a set of people that they want to draw. They're just like doing it for the attention, and they actually know the people who they're gonna draw is already predetermined. It's usually their friends. There's some people who do that as well.
With high view count, high followers. That's something when I'm doing my drawings, I want to keep in mind that I don't want to give the vibe that I'm only drawing the the follower heavy accounts that replied. I want to draw everyone, and so I kind of draw like one not so big, one a little bit bigger, one small. So like and I don't want people to think, oh, he's just drawing friends or drawing popular guys. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's something.
But I mean, those posts do work. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they work every time to get friends and stuff. But actually, thanks to that post, I actually made a friend, and she's I actually drew her in one of my streams. And she's still one of my friends, and I still talk to her to this day, and we play together. And I'm glad I did that post, so I got to know her, and hey, we're friends. So those posts, sometimes they work. I'm not gonna say every time, because of course not everyone is gonna do them to get friends. But if you generally do it for getting to know new people and stuff, they usually will work.
Yeah.
Because people do want friends.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just like what Jason said. I mean, if it's like for that kind of advertising, it works if you want to get yourself like fellow content creator friends, like friends who can go on this content creator journey with you. But for viewers, I don't think it's that good, because viewers usually don't really have like PNGs and stuff like that. For viewers, you want something else, like maybe like an art raffle might work, but art raffles usually the conversion rate is super low, because a lot of people just enter it randomly just to like get free art. But it does like work a bit, not that good, but a bit. I think the best publicity stunts are the ones that actually attract a lot of regular viewers. Like for example, you're gonna do a challenge stream or something like that. And stuff like that. Have you ever thought of doing that? Like, doing a challenge stream, like maybe a big one. Like a while ago, I mean, actually, I think it's almost 2 years ago. I think it's 1.5 years ago. I did this one, like my one publicity stunt that succeeded is the one where I tried to moan the entire B-movie script.
Oh I saw that.
Yeah,
on a
you
video.
saw that, right?
I saw the video. Yeah,
that got so much traction.
I mean, it's just something new. Of course, that's gonna get traction. You know,
it's
you're
also
saying,
memey.
"Oh,
It's like
okay."
it's like when people see that tweet, they're like, "What the fuck is he actually gonna do that?" And then it's like, a lot of people come for it, but then I couldn't really. Back then, I was pretty new to content creation, so I didn't really know how to convert new viewers to returning viewers. So it kind of kind of fail. Like I want to do something like that in the future again, but probably it's something different. But I want to. Back then, I didn't really know how to convert them, so yeah, that's my mistake over there. Also, yeah, good night, Pasta. Yeah.
The thing whenever I get my viewers, some of them are actually like streamers themselves and stuff. Of course, I will get lurkers that are probably just normal viewers. And for example, I have my friends on Discord and a community in which I said that I was going to actually do let's call it a cinematic universe.
Ooh.
Because as I said earlier, we all have our lores. We all
intertwined lores. I love that.
Yeah, we'll develop we had a story. I mean, if you want it, I can tell it. It's not. I don't know how long it's gonna
Go ahead if you want.
So I mean, I'm gonna do it very watered down and very I'm gonna sum it up. I don't want to be here, talking a lot of that. So it's basically it revolves around all our lores because not every one of us is going to be a streamer, and not every one of us is going to have a character or going to have a story. But still, we did it just because, for the fan, because we wanted to do it. So we ended up with being two sides. There's going to be a war, okay. And there's gonna be two sides. One of the sides is my side, the Slayers, because I am kind of the bad guy of the whole story.
Hey, I love bad guys.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, lore-wise, I'm also a bad guy.
You don't look like it.
I don't, do I? That's the thing.
You're deceiving.
Yeah, I am a deceiver actually. So I mean, I kind of hinted a bit about what I actually am. Jason probably already Jason likes to talk about it. I'm not what I seem.
So yeah, we gotta I came up with kind of the idea of a group called the Slayers, which ended up doing being the final lore, which is the group destined to let's say slay all Vtubers because they're the line of defense of this world. So we kind of we roll with it. We're that's okay, that's a good idea. And so we have two sides, the Slayers and the defenders, the good guys. And I said hey, not a lot of you have actually PNGs. You don't have models. You don't have reference. So what if I maybe draw them? Because I'm good with OCs. I have a lot. I have some ideas, and given the names, because we also have our own nicknames in the server with the profile editor on Discord. And someone is the servant of the X, someone is another thing and stuff. So we kind of went through having each other made our character made with our nickname and our other lore all together. So we're gonna we have intertwined lore, which I mean it's cool because it's such a community thing to do, having a story told by the community itself. And so I was I'm gonna draw you the ones that have the story, and I'm going to do this cinematic universe of OCs that are gonna fight each other. And I think that's honestly, that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that kind of concepts. And there needs to be more Vtubers that have intertwined lores and stuff like that. There needs to be more. I don't think that's that much. That might be a concept that can be tapped. Because not a lot of Vtubers do that. Maybe maybe a small Vtuber group, an indie Vtuber group, but their lores are intertwined. Yeah.
The same universe. For example, you have obviously you have Whole Life with their own they have their own stories and their own lore, the talents.
I don't think they're exactly intertwined though, but yeah.
Not well, depends what for example, the English version like has a lot of like story, and lately they did a short 3D animated film, like 12 minutes of like story, and it was actually cool. And so I see that, I understand that not many will do that, mostly because if you want to be known, like you want to be known for yourself, so you risk the being only recognized for, oh, you're the guy that's tied with the story of this streamer that is like, I watch it. So you kind of risk falling into the category of, I am only known because my lore is intertwined with this streamer. So I can understand that not many people will do like a lore together, but I think it's a good idea, and more people should do it.
Yeah. I mean, again, it doesn't really matter that much. It's kind of like a novelty thing when when people recognize you for a certain thing, it's like a lot of times it's a novelty thing, like an intertwined lore, or maybe an interesting model, or maybe a really unique voice. The novelty stuff. So yeah.
And if you have everything, then you're good to go.
Yes. Yeah. All that matters is that you can entertain people, and that's all that matters.
Yes, that's the utmost important part of being a streamer and being a content creator in general. I mean, if you're not interested, then no one's gonna watch you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the bar keeps on getting higher nowadays, with more and more streamers coming, and because streaming is a lot more accessible nowadays, so that's a lot of competition. We need to give 200% if we want to succeed. We're a lot harder than the big ones.
If you wanna be like, not special, but if you want to be looked in between all the VTubers that there are, like you have to really do it, or either you do stuff that no one is doing, or you're doing exceptionally well, or you have to have luck. It's a tough world. It's a tough world.
I mean, you need all of them. Like you need to be unique. You need to be entertaining. You need to be everything. Oh man, like only it's I guess like only the best will actually come out on the top.
On top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's actually true. Only the ones that you either are part of like a company, a big company like Vsojo, Nijisanji, Whole Life, with that's almost guaranteed success. You gotta be good at streaming, don't get me wrong, you gotta be talented, and you gotta pass an audition and stuff like that, but that's like more easier to like being like pop out from basically nothing. Like to be an independent, really popular VTuber, you gotta be really good and really lucky.
Yeah, then again, like most of those people who audition for people who pass the audition for those companies usually already have a YouTube channel back then. Like, and they're already like quite viral. Like, like some of them even have like 1 million, 2 million subscribers before joining Hololive or like Nijizanzi or other like companies. So I don't say they're just lucky. It takes a lot of work. They only pick the best of the best.
Yeah. I'm not saying like that's the easy mode and you're gonna guarantee success. Of course, you gotta work for it, you gotta put hours into it, you gotta put effort, and of course if you pass like the selection to get into one of those big companies or whatever big company you want, you most likely need prior knowledge and experience in the world of streaming and content creating to get there in the first place, because there's a lot of like expectations that you have to achieve, because people are gonna say, okay, this is the new talent of this company, so the new talent has to be entertaining, has to be good, like a good streamer. So yeah, I'm not saying it's like easy and it's like guaranteed, but it's easier than being independent and popping off.
I mean, then again, like it depends on skill, really. Like, I'll be honest, like luck is a factor, but you don't rely on it. It's like it's just a thing that just happens. You don't rely on it. Most YouTubers actually, like, I'm not even talking about VTubers. Most content creators succeed using skill. Like, you know how a lot of big content creators, a lot of times they can start a new channel and then grow it in just like a month or something, and have the same amount of subs that they have, even though if they don't really use their voice or any of their I guess like the brand from their previous channel, like a brand new channel, no marking of their previous channel, they can grow that in just 1 month into like and into like a 1 million channel or something. It takes if people know what they're doing, they're gonna be. I don't know. I guess it takes a lot of skill. But if people have the skill, they will be able to like grow a channel really easily. Yeah, that's why I need to like learn as well. Like if you're good at this whole content creation thing, it won't take long for you to blow up. You don't even need to be lucky. It's gonna take
if you have skill,
you don't even need to be lucky.
Enough,
yeah. Social media marketing is like a skill that all of us need to learn as content creators.
True,
but yeah, but yeah. Also, yeah.
No, I was gonna say that the media is one of the important parts of being good at being like skilled. Because if you're skilled but no one watches you, then you will eventually get watched by maybe a random lurker or a random viewer, someone that will find you, and you will grow ever so slightly. But if you like connect it to your like social media and you have skill there and you are a good streamer, people are gonna notice you way quicker.
Yeah, fair. I mean, like, branding is the thing. I mean, that is like branding, like people, if you're big and stuff like that, and you like show your face on like a smaller channel, it's gonna get big really quickly because of your whole brand and stuff like that. Branding is also something you need to learn as a content creator. Branding is quite a complicated topic. I'm still learning about that actually. Like branding and all. I need to improve my brand. I mean, I am planning on like revamping my whole brand as a content creator. Like when I do a re-debut, but it's gonna be like probably like in half a year or something. Maybe roughly, I don't really know, but yeah. I also just noticed we already been talking for 2 hours, so maybe we should wrap it up soon. Yeah. So yeah, it's been super fun talking with you, and you know what, like before we end, let's like I'll give you like a minute to say whatever you want. Go.
Oh well, I'm kind of like improvising, but if you want, do check me on Twitch and Twitter, because I do stream there.
Link in the description.
And yes, in the description, I saw it. Go to my Twitch. I want to buy it, I swear. I don't really have much more to to say. I don't want to promote myself that much because I don't have that much to promote.
Go check out SHOGGHOZ on Twitch.
Yeah, call me SHOGGHOZ.
Shog, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Or hey, if you don't like self-promoting and want to be humble, just go like, okay, remember to donate to your local charity, everyone. Yeah, it's like that's the humble way of like promoting yourself. Sometimes that even gets people. Who knows? But yeah.
You wanna be seen as the good guy.
Yeah, exactly, kinda. Oh man, but yeah. Thank you for being a guest here. It's been a lot of fun talking with you. And hey, feel free to reach out to me at any time if you want to do something or like hang out or something. Yeah,
it's been fun. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. So thank you everyone for watching, and bye bye. Anything else to say before we go? Actually, if you want, last words.
Don't poke the eye.
Okay, yeah. Ending the stream now. Bye bye, everyone. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3,